9:33, everybody. So Bette Davis ruled the big screen in her day.
Yeah, part of Hollywood's golden age of cinema. She won Academy Awards for actress in a leading role for the films Dangerous and Jezebel. And you can relive some of her story in the show Bette Davis Ain't for Sissies. Here's a quick look.
But since we're on the subject, I'm an actress in her prime who can't get work. I used to fight for good roles. Now I can't even fight for any of my age range. Rhonda, do I look dead to you? Rhonda! No, good. I'm not dead because I have stories to tell. But Hollywood has no opportunities for women my age. Imagine that.
And playing the divine Miss Davis is actress Jessica Sherr, and she's joining us now this morning. Great to have you here.
Yes, thank you so much for having me here. Good morning.
Wow, playing screen great Bette Davis. Ooh. That's a huge task. I mean, what kind of research did you do to play the role?
Yeah, it's been a journey, and I've been playing it for 12 years. Wow. I've actually performed over 450 shows, 30 states, 3 countries. So I gotta say, Betty and I have really gotten to know each other, and it all started because I looked a little bit like Bette Davis, and then I started doing research, and I fell in love with this firecracker of a woman, the first trailblazer in Hollywood to really fight against the studio system. So it ended up being an exercise for me as an actress to see if I could create something for Betty, and it ended up being this undeniable success.
Like a passion.
Yeah, really. And when you're playing somebody like Bette Davis, what's the one thing that you have to get right?
Well, you have to get her voice.
Yeah.
The one thing I learned about Betty is she has a different timbre. Her voice is a little more curt than my voice is, and I worked really hard to make sure that I had Betty's voice from the inside out. So I knew I was playing her as a woman, and also she's not just an actress, she was a real person, and she was a fighter. So I found that for the character in me, how can I be a trailblazer? How can Jessica bring herself to Betty? And luckily, we're a lot alike.
Yeah. In her voice, how would she describe herself?
She would say, I'm a strong woman. I'm very good-minded. And she would make sure that you knew that. Right. But she also had a very kind side of her. I actually had this wonderful moment where I had sent my script to the Bette Davis estate, and I got a phone call from her assistant, and her assistant said, my name is Catherine Cermak, I'd love to meet you. And I flew out to Los Angeles, and she gave me a pair of Betty's scarf, handkerchief, and gloves to wear in the show. And she said that Betty would have wanted you to have this, so when you're on stage, you could feel her on stage. So I've had, you know, she's kind, but she's also she was a strong woman.
Yeah. Why stay with it for so long, right? Because do you ever get bored of it, doing the same thing over and over and over again?
No. It's like every time I do the show, I learn something about myself, and the world keeps changing. Yeah. When I started, 12 years ago, it was a different world. Women were not this empowered. I actually think this year is the best show that I've had, and what's happened, I actually have been doing shows on the Upper West Side because I live in New York City. I've been touring it forever, but I started doing shows on the Upper West Side. I do it at 158 West 72nd Street at the Triad Theater, and audiences are loving it. They're hearing it in a different way. We had the strike. They're hearing Betty's story and voice come out differently, and ironically, I have a show in New Jersey on this Saturday at the Bell Arts Theater in Homedale, New Jersey, and then I have a show on Sunday at the Triad Theater here in New York City, and audiences are coming back. They're seeing it 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Well, because she had such a long storied career, how did you pick what angle to take?
It was tough. It's tough because she has such a career. And what I did is this. In my play, I picked a beginning, a middle, and an end. And it's about her leaving the 1939 Oscars and how she fights against Hollywood. And then I ended up taking my play and creating a screenplay. So we now have a co-writer and I, Caitlin Shearer, wrote into a feature film script, and that'll be the entire Hollywood. So then that's around 1936 when she fights against Warner Brothers actually takes her to court because she breaches her contract. A lot of people don't know about that. She's one of the first woman of her time period to be taken to court and to lose, but ultimately she won the bigger picture. So that's the next project, is that I'll be taking my play version and putting it into a film version. I will play Betty on the big screen.
Wow. That's amazing. So when you look at the breadth of her work, what's your favorite? Do you have your favorite film?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I love All About Eve, and I love Jezebel. I think Jezebel, she's young, she's plucky, she's fighting her way to the top, and All About Eve, she's had a career. So you can see she as an actress is really transformed into this beautiful actress of her time period.
Do you see yourself going beyond Betty? Or do you have another role that you want to play? Or
Yeah, well, I do a lot of film and TV. So I've done a ton of film and TV in New York City. I was just on Blue Bloods. I've done Claws, Cloak and Dagger,
nice.
Flight of the Conchords, was I got my start. And so I feel that I can do both, and I love that as an artist. You can nowadays do both. I can do Betty on theater, but I also can do my film and TV here in New York City and travel. And then I also produce films. I have a film that I produced called Wicked Image about the devil, and I play Satine, aka Satan, and it's a fun play on women. And we just won Best Comedy out at Reedy Reels Film Festival out in South Carolina, and we'll be screening here at the end of the month here in New York City.
Okay,
so,
wonderful.
Busy.
Busy. Yeah. Well, the important thing is, I feel as an artist, we have to share our work. And being able to play Betty and do the show at the Triad Theater. Here it is on this weekend. I'll be performing in New Jersey at in Homedale, and then I'll be performing at the Triad on Sunday.
Well, you're fiery just like her, Jessica.
Thank you.
Great to meet you.
You too.